Welcome to Unemployed and Afraid, a podcast that explores the glorious mess of building your own business with the people doing it. I'm your host and fellow business builder, Kim Curtin. Thank you for being here. Let's get into some good, honest, small business chat. What happens when we run into that inevitable moment in business where we want to give up? Okay, I should have said moments as in plural, because when we're in the depths of anything that's truly testing us, and business, it really tests us in very unique ways, it's tempting AF to consider what else we could be doing. And I don't mean the moments where it might be time to bring something to a close, to end a business. They happen, and that change should be embraced if it's the right thing for you. As if there's one thing that continually happens for entrepreneurs, it's change. We lean into that. But I don't mean those moments. I mean the ones where you're not quite done yet. It's still right for you. You know that you want to build this thing. You know it's hard, but you're really focused on building it, but you can't see the wood from the bloody trees. And everything just feels like you're shoveling a wheelbarrow uphill one-handed. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I've thought about giving up more than once lately. Honest truth, it pops into my mind a few times a week at the moment. Sometimes a few times a day. Service-based businesses like mine is in podcast strategy and consulting, they're hard to build. And particularly as a solopreneur, just a one-woman show, just doing everything, my service offering also isn't easily explainable as some others, which means extra work and stretchy brain thinking. There's a lot of consulting businesses that are totally going to relate to what I just said then. And building a podcast to the scale in which I dream of is hard too, but with a mission to help all of us thrive more in business, it just feels worth it. But service-based, creator-led, product-based, all businesses are hard. There's so much of that hardness that makes them worth doing. But every time I interview a new guest for you, I find just a glimmer of hope that what I'm putting together as my business and broader career dreams is coming together outside of what it is that I can see. It is inevitable that building a business won't always feel good and that you won't always feel safe or rewarded through the process, but there are always glimmers of hope. Like those conversations that just feel really aligned and positive when you meet someone new in your business process or your business journey and you're like, wow, that person's amazing. Like we lean into those. That feeling we have when that thing we're working on, it just sort of starts coming together and it feels positive. We lean into those. We even lean into those moments where like the day just feels good, like the progress we've made just feels hopeful. There's a good and a light energy, but nothing massive has happened. It's just got good vibes. We love those. But when the building process feels really heavy, and when the world does too, which it really does at the moment, and you feel a touch out of control, taking a particular type of action could be all we need to just get over that next hill. I've said before in other podcasts, action create information. That when we take action, we learn more, we do more, we can push forward. But this is a specific type of action that I found really, really helps to push us out of those moments where we're like, oh, maybe we're finished. The best action I found is making something new, something that you can control, not a new idea or something that you need to pitch. They're important. Obviously, really important, but sometimes too much of that pitch process can compound the frustrations in getting things moving because it relies so much on other people, on having the right contacts, on hearing back from anybody, which is painful in and of itself. But creating something new that you can control, that might be just what you need. If, like me, you run a podcast, it could be a new type of episode that you want to add to your release roster. Or maybe you crack on with a new podcast altogether that you've been wanting to pull together. It could be a new piece of content or a series of content pieces, just something simple in the platform that you're on now, or it could be launching on a new channel that you're not already on. The last time I wanted to give up this badly, I made a second regular weekly episode for you. Hello, hi, that is exactly what you're listening to right now, a second weekly episode, and it was the best thing I ever did. Showing up here for you as me, it enabled me to lean into the things that were kicking around in my head, the new insights I was generating from all the conversations I have for you with this show and from the experiences I'm having through the building of my own business. And truly, I feel like it's brought me closer to you as a listener. I hear from you more often in the DMs or through comments on Spotify, and that conversation is flowing. So thank you, which is super rare in pod world where it can feel very much like a one-way chat. Doing this episode, this second episode, helped open up new pathways of connection for me. And it also made me feel like it was something that I could control, in which I can give back and take some action. And when I really wanted to throw in the towel a couple of weeks ago, proper done, I was scrolling for a job totally unrelated to podcasting, thinking, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm out entirely. Like, that was a really bad couple of days, a really, really rough couple of days. But when that towel was in my hand, I decided to focus just for the next 2 hours. I don't know what it was that brought this. Maybe I probably saw something on the socials while I was scrolling, but something reminded me that I wanted to start a publication of Unemployed and Afraid on Substack. And it felt achievable for me to do that thing. I didn't really feel like I had to learn too many like new bloody editing softwares or something like that I always feel like I have to do when I want to create something video based. It just seemed kind of easy, and I was already consuming content on there. And I thought, you know what, this is a place for me to create more that is just simple, no cost, can just get in there and start having some fun. It's a place for me to explore all the intricacies of the intersection of personal growth and entrepreneurship, as we do here, with more people in a way that I love to, which is writing. I love it just as much as I love chatting to you. I have absolutely no expectations for the platform or the project, like none. I don't care about the numbers. It's just a commitment to show up there once a week and offer value in a new way. I made it totally free because on Substack, if you're already on there, you'll know you can do a subscription model where people pay for the publication and grow from there. And there's some incredible business models happening on there. But there's the free option also. And I'm just going to make it free because there is loads of advice out there saying to start a paid version straight away. I knew that would make me overthink it, and then I wouldn't actually do it. And I would just fall back into overwhelm and what am I creating and what am I building and who am I servicing and what am I doing with my next project? I just thought, stuff it, I'm just going to make something and start sharing it. I'm just going to make something that I can control for a minute. And it generated a sense of calm and pride that I really needed to keep moving forward with so much of the unknowns that we experience in the day-to-day in business. It made me realize that not all moves need to be big or life or career or business changing. And not everything needs to have a commercial return right away or ever. Sometimes as a business builder, you just need to shift the internal dialogue of yourself to something more in your control and just make something new. We never know where these small habits and new channels of conversation can lead. Also, this is in no way an ad for Substack, by the way. I would 100% tell you if it was, because I would be freaking stoked and it'd be an amazing partnership. I would literally be yelling it from the rooftops because, you know, your girl loves getting paid and wants amazing commercial opportunities. But this isn't one of those. This is just me keeping an eye on a platform and making something new in a space that I was interested in and feeling kind of motivated from it. And I thought there really is something to just creating something, anything, just making something new when you're in the depths of business feeling especially hard. So if you're feeling kind of over it, a bit fried, a fair bit frustrated, or just a little or a lot down in the dumps, which is for sure all the things that I've been feeling a lot lately, maybe just make one new thing in this next week ahead of you and release it without overthinking it. And by release it, I don't mean you have to make a huge thing about it. I haven't even actually, when I'm recording this podcast, I haven't even put it on the Unemployed Afraid Instagram that I have this yet. I should go do that. Just release something out there and just let it be out of your mind. It won't fix everything, but it can go a long way to shifting your state. And sometimes that's all we need to keep pushing us forward to build the business of our dreams. So if there's something that you're going to create after listening to this, please let me know about it. I would love to get around it and pump you up for it because creating anything is exciting, but also a little bit. So drop me a line on Instagram or LinkedIn. Just search for my name, Kim Curtin, or Unemployed and Afraid, and you'll find me there and let me know about it. And of course, if you want more from me, more business building insights, support, and inspiration that does center around that beautiful intersection of personal growth and entrepreneurship, because we know that they are just so connected, and more of that unemployed and afraid goodness to help you build your business straight into your inbox. Please subscribe to my Substack publication. I put the link in the show notes for you. Yay, I am putting it out there. So let's just go and make some things. And I hope to see you in my emails really soon. And I hope to be supporting you in yours. Thank you for listening to Unemployed and Afraid, the podcast for small business builders with your host, me, Kim Curtin. If you love it, you can say thanks with a star rating and a review. And of course, join the community on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Find us at Unemployed and Afraid wherever you're hanging out, and I'll see you there.